Hey lovers, welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess Euphoria. Over here we celebrate sacred soulmate connections, divine unions, and all of that begins with love within oneself. That's something you have to find within yourself. Once you balance those energies within yourself, then you can see it reflected outside of you. Y'all, I laid these cards out and I don't get perplexed much. I am a bit animated, but I don't be just, what is this? Like I am like this. What is this? What have y'all gotten into? Who y'all been talking to? Who y'all been dealing with? This is the most major arcanas that have ever come out. And make no mistake, 4 of them came out on this in this spread. 4 in a row, which is balance. Anytime you're dealing with balance, you're dealing with God. That's the chariot. Those 4 wheels of the chariot, you need balance to ride, to move at God's speed, to get into divine timing. You have to be balanced. So balance is here. And then there's this, and then we have coins. The first 4 are major arcanas, and then we have 2 coins or pinnacles, means something substantial. This is under a Taurus full moon. And the first thing we got here is this card, isolation, which I've seen before. I've done readings with this card before. I've read actual people in real life with this card before. But something caught my attention today that I'd never noticed on this card before. Let's talk about first that it's blue, throat chakra, but it's in the crown position. It's crowning the reading because I read for the chakras on this channel, meaning from the crown chakra down to the root. Y'all, what is this thing? What is that? It has an invitation in its hand, and it's extending the invitation to the suit. Is that a fridge? Is that a couch? Is that a bed? Something that has no soul. Something that has no human features about it is up and moving as if it is human, to extend an invitation to a suit with nothing in it. A term that I was just speaking with my daughter about in her homeschooling is anthropomorphism. When you give an inanimate object a personality as if it is a human, or when you tell a story with an inanimate object. So themes that are coming to me right now are someone wanting to get in bed with you, you having summoned something, maybe with a sexual magic, having done some type of ritual, love ritual, but not to tie anyone to you, but whatever is like whatever work you're doing on yourself. And don't shy away from the word ritual. It comes from the word right, which is where you get your rights from, like your rights as an American, your rights as a human, your civil rights, your human rights. But it's RITES. A rite is like a ceremony. And at a ceremony, you wear some type of suit. You get all formally dressed. So something was ceremoniously done. It's almost as if it was prophecy, or there's some type of magic here, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm just calling it what it is. Because the first 3 of these major arcana cards that we have here have these moon cycles on it. And y'all know what people do with the moon cycles. Also that blood there. Something has been summoned. Something has been called into your life, into being. Gemini energy is here. Taurus energy, of course. We're at the Taurus full moon, but Taurus is here with the Hierophant. Pisces is here with the moon, and the Hangman can both be considered Pisces. I'm hearing Lil Wayne, but I ain't gonna sweat you, baby. I'm gonna let you catch up with your game. Run faster. It's like maybe you were doing something and you weren't even aware of what you were doing. That's why I say don't be afraid of like terms like ritual or something like that. Because with the Hierophant here is like whatever it is, it was done orderly. It was done in such an orderly fashion. And the Hangman is here in the third eye position. The third eye chakra is the Hangman. but it has like a reddish orange tint to it. So that's like the sacral and the root. So something from top to bottom, from rooter to the tutor, was done correctly. And with this hangman card, it's not like you are bound by something that is holding you back. This is somebody like, you know, when they go to those classes and they swing on them little ropes and stuff. Pink, the singer Pink. And the next card up is this woman in a pink dress. So something about Pink could be relevant. The artist Pink, or any of her songs. There you go. Look in, pitiful, just because I let you go. With the isolation card, somebody could have recently broke up with somebody, left somebody in their dust. Y'all, I am so... This hangman energy is like somebody has been in a state of suspense. Like maybe you didn't know how to categorize somebody. You didn't know where to put this person. Or they didn't know where to put you. Like they couldn't pinpoint, where is this good or is this bad? Is this person for real? Are they playing with me? Something about somebody is a couch potato. Or somebody like lazy. Or lazy thinking. Lazy language. They weren't putting in enough effort. And maybe it's because they were just unsure about who you are to them. Or you were unsure about what somebody is to you. So it's like you kind of maybe parked something for a while until you got the full understanding of it. It's something about mental gymnastics here with this being in the third eye position. It's like you have like been able to open up portals of understanding. I know, y'all, this is not even the kind of stuff I really be talking about on this channel. I talk about most stuff like this on my 828 Prophecies channel. I feel like I need to post this video on 828 Prophecies, but I'm going to keep moving because the spirit is stirring up something here. And because of just how potent this energy came out, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? What did somebody like summon? What did somebody call into being? Y'all, is giving somebody to raise Lazarus. I know bringing somebody back from the dead sounds crazy. So maybe it's not like, I mean, what are the odds of it being literal? So figuratively, something that you thought was just, nah, that's dead. That'll never, I'll never. It could never be nothing. It's something here that says, yeah, it's something. It's something. One of one. With the isolation, you are one of one. Or this person is one of one. But I'm feeling like it's you. The energy is so, it's so big. And it's like, it's volatile, but it's also balanced. Like with this type of energy, shit could go either way. But it's going right. It's like that. You know how, science tells us, evolution. There's so many things that could have gone wrong, and it's a miracle that we're here. It's like the miracle of life. Maybe somebody was having issues with like childbirth or something, or you had a lot of you had to wait a long time to be able to conceive. But it's immaculate conception is what I'm getting. And then also what's her name? Isis raising Osiris from the dead. And I just talked about raising Lazarus. Again, if you're feeling any type of way about it because of the bigness of this energy, I pulled from a deck that I created myself. I call it the Neek World Order. They're index cards with a whole bunch of signs and symbols and stuff on it. And this is what came out. Yes, 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 yes. It's something that you thought was impossible. You thought you weren't going to get it. You thought it was just like, it don't make ain't no use in me even pining away over this. It could never happen. That situation is dead. It's over. I should just, I feel like you done already grieved over it. We sitting up here talking about raising somebody from the dead. You grieved over something, and something is being resurrected. We talking in all these biblical prophetic terms and stuff. Something is being resurrected, and it's one of one. It's never happened before. You got the cross, the Ankh, and the hand of Fatima. That's where the evil eye comes from. When you see people that have the little blue balls out posted all over their shit, the little blue balls that they post all over their stuff is the actual evil eye. So they're putting the evil eye on their own thing. Without the hand is what blocks it. When the hand is up, that's blocking evil eye. When you see the hand turned upside down like that, that's the receiving. meaning that you can take from, if somebody looking at you with evil in their eye or they got evil intentions toward you, you'll be the one that comes out the winner. Just a little spiritual education. But you know, these symbols are here. So it's like not only like Christian symbols, but like ancient Egyptian, and then even farther Eastern than that, like Middle Eastern and you know, Far East religion. Those pure spiritual roots is what's here. And I'm feeling it. Y'all may come from totally different backgrounds, like because I'm looking at this lover's card right here, and there's, you know, they both clearly are melanated, like people of color, but it's different cultures. It's different cultures here. Or you guys have known each other over the course of different lifetimes and have finally met up in this one. Whatever it is, immaculate. Whatever is to come from this will be something that has not been seen or done before. Now I'm getting like all type of like multi-dimensional energies like wanting to come forward, as if you all have existed on different timelines together. I'm looking at this lover's card, which came out in the heart chakra position, and I'm hearing Maya Angelou. We have loved each other in and out, in and out, in and out of time. Like whoever this person is, this is not y'all first time meeting. This is not y'all first lifetime together. And you may have spent many lifetimes like barely missing each other, just missing each other, even running into each other. But in that lifetime, like nothing ever happened. It didn't come together in that lifetime. Like y'all run into each other, miss each other, and then have to go another lifetime without one another. But it's like something here. I'm looking at this loop of this ankh. In the lock, it's like a lasso. Somebody like, bring that ass here. Come here. With these moon cycles. 1, 2, 3 moon cycles. Portals. I was saying with this card, like these flowers right here look like different portals. Like even if you came into contact with somebody and it didn't work the first time, so you thinking, oh, that's dead, that can't happen. It's like the same. Whew, you've encountered the same soul in 2 different bodies within the same lifetime. So I don't know if somebody that you used to date, somebody that you loved, and oh, that's love lost, that grieving. Somebody lost someone in the past. You lost someone. That different cultures, Cuban, something South American, Guyanese, Trinidadian, Bayesian, something with the Caribbean, or something Hispanic, something Guatemalan, Chilean, Venezuelan, something like that. You lost someone. I'm not the person who be crying in readings, and I'm not going to start today because I'm a thug, goddammit. You lost someone at a younger stage of your life, whether you were a teenager, childhood friend, because I'm seeing like my girl, when the girl is crying over his little casket and stuff and talking about his glasses. He can't see without his glasses. Is first encounter. It's like there was such a pure love in a youthful setting. Pure love in youth. You met this person when you were young. You met this soul, when you were younger. Child, friends, middle school, all the way up to college, like high school sweethearts up to college. But it feels like really young. I'm feeling more of the like either high school or under. And they passed. Like really literally passed away. That person's soul is back in the vessel of a person that you had an interest in. But it was like something like about the person either 2 or 3 times. Either you've encountered this same soul within another person, and then it didn't work the second time, so this soul has jumped into another person just to reunite with you in this lifetime. Or the person that you lost. Someone died. Whether it be guy 1, 2, or 3, if you're the person with 3 people, or if it's somebody you knew when you were a child. under, let's say under 21, someone before you were 21 years old, before you were legal to drink, let's say it that way, because Pisces energy is here. Soul returned in another vessel, came through in another vessel. Something about 2012 when that Mayan calendar ended. Those who have Mayan, Aztec, or that type of heritage or whatever, that could be the resurrective or the resuscitation or the regenerative, reincarnate energy that brought them about, that brought that soul back into this living realm. This person has waited and waited and waited and waited for you. They told you something, they told you, because it's like yesterday we had something about that pinky promise energy too. Ooh, this could be about, yesterday I was talking about somebody who you showed them like a sweet innocent side of yourself, and that pinky promise energy came out yesterday, and that image is flashing back in my third eye again. And that could be like the second person that this person's spirit came to get you. But it's like the second vessel that this person, because remember, this is an inanimate object extending an invitation to a suit, and there is no actual body in the suit, so it don't matter the 3D vessel. The suit would be like representative of the soul, the soul's dressing. The soul knows who it is. The energetic signature knows itself. This is a self-actualized soul. So whatever it was about the relationship when you guys were little and you lost somebody, y'all didn't have to be dating. Like I said, like the movie My Girl, they too young to date. They could have just been best friends. But it's somebody whose soul fell in love with you while they passed away while they were still in their innocence of youth. So that's just like an automatic pass, you know what I'm saying, into the land of the living, into heaven. That's an automatic protection. If you pass as a child, you ain't even old enough to understand really no sin like that. Even if you weren't the best child, or even if some people called you a bad child, or a troubled child or something like that, because this person, whoever they was, to have passed so young, they could have had a troubled childhood, or they could have been plagued by some type of illness that came from a troubled childhood. Like they had to stay in a bad environment that led to them having some type of maybe lung issue or heart issue or something like that. Or they were a victim of like violence as a child. Whatever it was, their soul was still pure when they passed, when they transitioned into, oh, this is so deep. That innocence, it gave them entrance through like a portal, and you've kept space for that person. The Hanged Man is like something about, there was like delayed grief. Like when it happened, maybe you were too young to really grasp death like that, or you didn't have as intimate a relationship with the concept of death as you have now. But when the grieving happened, it's like they had passed on years and years, possibly even decades before you ever cracked, before you ever cried about it, before you ever properly grieved. And it's something about like that pinky promise energy, that they told you something, like maybe y'all used to sit together and plan y'all's future. When we get older, we gonna da-da-da-da-da. You know how kids are. Or or even if you had gotten older, like middle school, high school, even up to college, because it's like 21 and older energy. If y'all had gotten to the point where somebody was like, you're gonna be my wife one day, or we gonna be together one day, or you're gonna be my girlfriend, or something like that, and then their life was cut short, that soul is back around and it's present. Now, if the reading from yesterday is connecting to this, then this soul has reached out to you. Like this would be the third time with these moons here. It's 3 times. Now, if this is the energy that I'm feeling for somebody who this soul came back through to, at the point when it came back through, you could have been going through something. You could have been in spiritual isolation. It could have been the start of your own spiritual journey. when they first came back through to you. But if you weren't deep into your spiritual journey yet, and you still had like some karmic loop issues or ego issues or whatever vessel that this soul entered into, it probably wouldn't have turned out right. Because if you not far in your spiritual journey, you out dating, other people just, people drift through life until they wake up. Whoever that person was with that red energy, they could have been gang affiliated, or just like living the fast life. I'll say that, like they like fast cars, fast women, stuff like that. So whatever happened with that, it could have ended up in a situation where you felt a lot for this person, but they could never give you what you were like craving from them. It always felt like something was hidden with them. Like you would try to express and give your all to this person, and they left you feeling isolated. You felt like you were talking to a shell of a person. Because it's like, on a soul level, you felt the presence of something that you had already almost like known before, like you had loved. If you ever look back on a person and you wonder, why did I love this person so much? Like, what the hell was that about? Why would I even love this person? They ain't do nothing to get my affection like that. They never did anything to deserve my affection. A Gemini could be relevant. Sun, Moon, Mars, rising, Gemini houses, fourth house, or Taurus energy. Taurus Moon, Taurus Venus, Taurus Mars, or third house placements. I meant second house placements. And Gemini is third. Fourth, I'm not sure why fourth came out. Probably the moon. That's why. This is in the solar plexus position, and we're gonna get into that in a minute because this is so deep. But it was like a karmic X or something. You felt like just looking back in hindsight, you look back like, why? What was even I don't even understand like why that person got so much of my heart or was able to access so much of my heart. Like, why did I choose this person? Why was I just so addicted to this person? Why was I loving on them like that? It wasn't the person you was looking at. You were feeling the soul of this incarnated person from your past trying to reach you through a vessel that wasn't even ready to hold that person's soul. And that's a childish kind of energy. That makes sense. A child passed over trying to get back to somebody that they love. The child so innocent, don't know how to pick them yet. So the child was just like, oh, okay, well, that's my person, and my person likes that person, so I'm just gonna hop into the vessel of that person. And the person's vessel that they hopped into was full of ego, full of lack, full of spite, full of trauma. Didn't work. That person that it didn't work in could be meeting their demise sometime soon with this solar plexus energy. I'm just saying what it is. That karmic ex who you look back and you think, why? What was that? What made me even fall for that person? And I'm telling you, like, it's giving the energy of they dogged you out. They made you feel isolated. It's like they actively fought what they were feeling. Because the truth be told, that person may have been so deep in their ego that it wasn't actually them feeling you, but there was something that was pulling that person toward you. That moon energy, the moon controls the tides. It was something pulling that person toward you, but the person didn't want to be pulled toward you. They could have even accused you of like doing some type of like witchcraft or like love spell or some shit like that on them. Because I'm looking at this protection here. They may have that could have been why they had such. If you watched the reading yesterday, you'll understand what I'm saying. The reaction that they had, like they were trying to like make it seem like you were doing something to them because you had such a fresh and loving spirit, and you were just so completely open and like almost like childlike with them. And it was like a stern rejection, like an unexplained rejection. This is a continuation from yesterday's reading. Wow. Because there was a spirit within them that wanted to get back to you, a soul within them. Imagine an awakened soul trying to use an unawakened person's body. And the unawakened person ain't doing no soul work. They think they know everything. Think they got life figured out. Fast cars, fast women, they having their way. They not trying to be in love. So it's like, ew, why you loving on me like that? Ew, why you trying to have big dreams? Why you telling me about what you want to do in your future? Get away from me. Like, something about this person made you feel so rejected. So that's the kind of person you'll look back on and you'll be like, nah, that's dead. It could never. Ooh. Now, one or two things could happen. Because yesterday, in yesterday's reading, we were talking about that person after some time passed. And we talked about moon cycles yesterday. After time passed, they finally get on their spiritual journey and they're realizing that, oh my God, this was a good person. I should have aligned with that. We talked about that yesterday. And I ended that reading by being like, nah, that's dead. Just for this to come out today. So I'm not saying go back to that person. What I'm saying is that energy that was wanting to get back to you is still around you. So even if it's not that person that did you dirty, because over this time, all of this time, everything that's happening with this soul, this awakened soul, like this angel that was following you around, wanting to get back in the body and fulfill their promise to you. The soul's promise. Whatever y'all talked about when y'all were kids, the one that you truly love, like that could have been a my first love type situation, who you talked to and shared, like true dreams and really poured your heart out to. Not saying like in a traumatic way, but like y'all really shared the contents of your heart with this person. Like y'all were really a pair, a tight-knit pair. That was your person. They're still around you. And they need a vessel. Isis raising Osiris. Jesus raising Lazarus. That soul that loved you when you were a child, that passed prematurely, it wants you still. Not in no scary, creepy, crazy way, but you're one of one. You're one of one. They're one of one. It wants you. It's like Casper asking that girl, can I keep you? They slow dancing at the end of Casper and they done raised up. They levitating over everybody at this Halloween party. Y'all know y'all like that part. Like, chill out. Chill out. I'm trying to act like that's a devil. That's you know you was feeling it when Casper turned into that cute little white boy and he whispered in her ear, can I keep you? You was like, yes. You was going. You was going. You was going. So, but just remember, it's protection, okay? This is what came out. Yes, 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 this energy is like entrance, granted entrance. It's an innocent soul. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be able to move through the, through the realms like that. The Hierophant, okay? Throat chakra, the Hierophant. The spirit realm don't do all that disorder like humans do. Trust and believe. If it was somebody who was ugly like that, they wouldn't even be able to move in and out like that freely. They would not be able to move about freely. Spirit wouldn't give them that much free reign to be able to move about like that. This is a youthful innocence. They passed an innocent person. And in the afterlife, veil is lifted. The veil completely lifted. They coming through. Oh, they coming through. It could have been the Dia de los Muertos. It could be the Samhain festival. If you celebrate that, if you honor those spirits, it could be, you could just be in the frequency of where you led to do things and your life itself is the ritual. There is a frequency where everything you do is creation. When you reach that frequency, you don't ever have to do another ounce of craft, or you don't have to exercise any rites in a ceremonious way ever again. Literally, every day you wake up, everything you do is creating something. I speak from personal experience on that. It'd be stuff that I do, and then I look back on it, I'd be like, oh my God, that's what's, it'd be the Most High God leading you in a path to do something. You're in tune with the flow of nature. You're in tune with infinity. You have effectively become immortal. That's the kind of energy. I'm talking to somebody who really be doing they spiritual work. I ain't talking to nobody who would be scared of stuff like this. I ain't talking to nobody who's stuck in a church and you actually scared of having a relationship with God. This is a righteous woman or a righteous man that I'm speaking to. And I don't mean religious. woman or religious man. I mean righteous. Your spirit is in the right place. You are protected on both sides, light and dark. Spirits protect you. They wouldn't even let nothing approach you if it ain't on the same vibration, if it don't match your heart's vibration. This is the lovers in the heart position. With all that green, all that prosperity. Look at these butterflies all around. Reincarnation, chrysalis, Christ energy, Christ consciousness, moon cycles. You have raised a man. Or raised, I know they say you can't raise a man. Isis did. Jesus did. Look at in the moon, the solar plexus. Now the solar plexus is the light within. You have the moon here. So your light within was able to shine into the darkness. Your light still shine in the afterlife. Ooh, your soul awakened. Your soul is awakened. And it called that person back to you. If they could see your light in the darkness, in the shadow realm, they were led right back to you. Moths to a flame burned by the fire. These beautiful butterflies, not moths. That means they're on the light side. Look at this shadow here. This shadow down here is actually a reflection. You see here, it's a reflective shadow. So it's like on the other side, what they call it, the upside down in Stranger Things, or in the afterlife, or the other side where they go, shadow realm, whatever you want to call it, is a reflection of you. There was like a mirror of yourself there. This young soul who left prematurely from this side, from the land of the living. But it's some type of like spiritual favor over you guys. I'm talking about that immaculate conception is like, it's some type of like miraculous course of events unfolding, some type of spiritual, it's like you're specially selected by spirit to be able to have this experience. Now, if the person who was in that rejective energy has done so much and traumatized you so much that there's just no way, that's completely dead, because by no means am I that person who justifies and excuses karmic behavior. I wouldn't go back. Because this is a limitless universe. As you can see, there ain't nothing too hard for God, y'all. Like, in a real way. You learn a lot of limitations. You learn a lot of restrictions and stuff up in that church house from people who live in a state of fear. Their hearts fail out of fear. Your heart not gonna fail out of fear. Because who I'm talking to, you ain't scared of none of this I'm talking about. Who I'm talking to is so meant for you that you actually excited right now. I just got chills. Who I'm talking about, you ain't scared of that dark side. You know your spirits. You know your spirit guides. You know your ancestors. You may make offerings to your ancestors. You may have an altar. You have such an order and such a grace, and you sit and you wait for confirmation. That's why you have been chosen for this experience. And it's coming together. As I'm going through this reading, if it's for you, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know who passed when you were young. You know which one, you know which karmic I'm talking about, who you felt like you loved this person so much and you didn't understand why. And they just rejected you and couldn't explain or come up with any valid reason for why they were behaving the way that they were behaving. It felt like weird, just like the one I was talking about yesterday. So if they messed up and you still would have them back, then the person from yesterday's reading, they are now aligning with it. They are now at a place where their ego has been basically put down like a dog. Their ego, the Cujo, been put down. So that spirit, like their spirit is ready for a soul awakening that can align with the energy of this soul from your past wanting to represent itself to you. If that's not the case, you have met or will meet soon someone who shares similar characteristics. Maybe they're about the same height as the person who had rejected you, or share the same birthday as the person who rejected you. So don't get into a habit of being like, I don't deal with Geminis. Nope. This person from my past, they did this and this because I ain't messing with nobody else with their birthday. because it's something about is when you get into like energetic matches and quantum entanglements and stuff like that. If this spirit was able to come through into that type of vessel before, something that matches that vessel before is probably how it will represent itself again. So there's something about and this is the sacral chakra, this 8 of coins. The sacral chakra is sexual reproductive organs, creative energies and stuff like that, like Leo energy, the energy of like children. I hope it's not like a baby daddy that this happened through, because again, that's up to you. I can't tell nobody what to do, because this energy right here is just too big and I can't even put, my personal say on it. But you were of the persuasion that, nah, this is dead. I will never go back to this person. And you may still hold on to that. In that case, this is what I mean by it's a third try. It will still be a third try. Like the first time they tried it with the person who rejected you at first, the third appearance of this spirit who passed when they were young would be the person who rejected you or mistreated you, that karmic ex, really doing the spiritual work and coming back, like doing a whole 180 reflection, 180, being a totally different person, like facing a totally different direction, treating you a totally different way. Or you have met or will meet someone who shares some type of characteristic in common with the one who rejected you, and probably with the person you knew. So if the person you knew when you were young, I was getting all of that like Hispanic references, like if they were Cuban, Venezuelan, Chilean, South American, whatever, Guyanese, whatever. And then fast forward to this karmic ex, and he's black dude or whatever. This third person could be multiracial, like black and Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? Black and Chilean, black and Cuban, something. Or be a black person who speaks Spanish, or be a Hispanic person who grew up in the hood or something like that. Like you'll be able to tell that it's the meshing of two, the one that you lost, the one that rejected you. This third try, third time's a charm. Charmed. At last, I've been getting that song today. At last, Etta James. My love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Somebody, I found a dream that I can speak to. You smiled and a spell was cast. It's like healing. Your healing has brought about something. Your healing, that childlike, sweet, innocent energy that you shared with somebody before they passed prematurely. It's like your healing in your adult life has brought about that. It's like a portal where that energy can come back to you. So the third person that you meet could be the same person, that second person who rejected you, who did a whole 180. So they're appearing as a totally different person that you never even knew. You get to know them all over again, or as a literal new person, but they share characteristics of both the one you grieved, or the one that you recently grieved or had to grieve because they passed it prematurely, and the second one who completely like maybe broke your heart. It would be like a mix of those two. But the third person, that third time's a charm, is like it works. It comes together. Ugh. 6 of coins. This is rooted in 6 of coins. 6 of coins is like everybody, all hands on deck. Like it's so much ancestral support. It's so much spirit guide, divine intervention in this. It's like you got all of these people. This person, whoever this is, they got a whole baby on their chest, working on this woman's hair. She working on this woman's hair. And they all good and comfortable, all bare feet and stuff. They trust each other. It's so much ancestral support here. It's one of one. This is not something that happens all the time. It ain't gonna align with a whole bunch of people. I don't expect a whole bunch of likes. I don't be getting a whole bunch of them anyway on this channel yet. But I don't expect a whole bunch of people to resonate with this. This is something special. It's one of one. Something that didn't exist. Something that was dead. Even though there's no such thing as death, only transition. That energy got to go somewhere. When you die, your energy going somewhere. So this person who passed when you were young, they passed prematurely on our side that don't mean that their energy, that their spirit, that their soul just vanished and went away. You may have felt this person around you in different parts of your life. The person may have a P name. I'm looking at the protection here. The person may have a P name. You met them in preschool. Your school name started with a P. You was in a teacher's class who had a P. Prescott, Preston, Peterson, Patrick. Or they just a P person, like they had a P personality, like they keep it P, something like that. You may have like been having remembrances of this person who passed like lately. Maybe their spirit had been coming to you. Or maybe that was the reason for like the belated grieving. Like at the point of the belated grieving is like that's when their spirit came forth to like love on you. It feels like when their spirit came forth, you may have felt like you were in a period of isolation yourself, like things weren't going the way you wanted them to go, or you felt like you had failed at something, or people were looking at you like you were some type of failure. It's like this person's spirit was like over you as protection. Like over you is like, you know, where there may have been people trying to create blockages for you. This person was like, no, 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 no. I'm going to protect this person. Like that soul was still there. This is one of your strongest spirit guides. One of your strongest spirit guides. And this is just, we at that time, we in them days. If y'all ain't looked around, things are changing. Humanity is evolving. The cosmos is evolving. It's shit happening out in the cosmos. We got visitors from other star systems and stuff if you ain't been paying attention. We in them days. Isis, Osiris. Somebody resurrected their husband. The love for this person or their love for you from the other side has resurrected. And they want to present themselves to you in human form. And it's going to be something about the person that they present themselves through this time around that's going to work. It's going to come together this time around. 8 of Coins. You'll get the picture. You'll understand. You'll know it's them this time around. You'll know it's magical. You'll know that it's something divinely guided. We be talking about divine unions. It don't get no more divine than this. Somebody who will come get you from across the afterlife. Shit. Woo. I'm going to turn this camera off in a minute. I'm so overwhelmed by, like, it's such an it's love. The lovers fell in the heart position. It don't get no more. What else you want? You know, in the traditional tarot, the lover's card shows the woman looking at God. So it's like the feminine has done the work. The feminine is so spiritually inclined. Because that's the Isis revived her husband. The feminine is so spiritually inclined. The feminine is so spiritually in tuned. You are at a high enough frequency where multidimensional beings can see you. You of a high enough frequency where angels and stuff can see you and you can see them too. The next person that come into your life might not even be whole human. It might be a demigod or something. I don't like the term fallen angel because that just means that an angel chose to take on a human vessel. Now I'm seeing like the movie Constantine and stuff. It could be somebody who is like an in-between. Like they'll show up different to different people depending on what vibration that other person in. Like it's people in this world who could go their whole life and never meet the person that you're about to meet because the person that you're about to meet ain't even visible to people of a low vibration. That means God won't even put you in places around people who have a low vibration because it's meant for you to be with this person who is embodying, their vessel is carrying the soul of someone that left you prematurely, a soul that promised you something, and they gonna make good on their promise. That's love. I've never seen a better example of love ever. I've been reading tarot since 2015, 16. I came on 2018 on YouTube. I have like 3 different tarot channels and other channels too, vlogs and shit. But I have like 3 specific like tarot channels with content on it. I have never had a reading like this. Never in my life. Been having prophetic dreams since I was like 3, 4. Been reading astrology charts since like 2008. I was 18 years old. I've never seen anything like this before. Immaculate conception, yes. Spiritually protected, yes. One of one, something that just don't happen. These are inanimate objects. This card that I've read before, I've read this card before on this channel. I ain't never seen all the details in this card the way I just gave it to you in this channel. Oh, in this reading. Your ancestors know what they're doing. Spirit know what they're doing. The Most High God knows what it's doing. This is the highest love incarnate. A love that remembered you across all space-time, in and out, in and out, in and out of time. And they don't plan on letting you go. Like in this lifetime, in that vessel, in the vessel that they fell in love with, but had to leave at a young age, they will make good on their promise. I know it sounds impossible. I know it sounds crazy. But in these days, what don't sound crazy? What's impossible these days? Scientists coming out telling you that time folds back in on itself, so the actions that you did in the past could be making a difference in your future. The stuff you do at this very moment could be changing both your past and your future. Ain't nothing off the table at this point in cosmic evolution, at this point in human history. Ain't nothing off the table. If you find yourself having more of a connection with like soul families and like spirit families and stuff, like in communities, people that you haven't ever like met even in person, but you don't have a connection with the people right there in your 3D environment. You have more of a connection with your own subscribers or with, your own community, like Facebook groups or something like that. Or you moved somewhere and you developed a community there, and then for whatever reason you had to like move back to your hometown or something. But the people that you're no longer seeing in 3D, you have a closer connection. I'm going to say it that way. If you're somebody who has a closer connection with people that you don't even see in the 3D on a daily basis, you're the perfect candidate for this type of shit. Because all of your love is somewhere that's out of your eyesight anyway. If you don't see it, is it even real? Like, think about the end of your street and go up your street to the nearest main road. Is that road even right there at this very moment? Or is it only there because you remember how to get there? If you're not there, is it there when you're not there? Is anything not there when you're not there? If you're not there to witness it, is it even really happening? We at that point in human evolution. We at that point of exploring the physics of science. An object under observation changes as a result of being observed type shit. So if all the people that you have the closest relationships and you love the most live in some other city, you can't go and sit on their porch. You can't go and touch them and spend a day with them every day. Instead, you just stuck around a whole bunch of people that you don't even like. That means your love exists in other realms. Whoever this person is, they coming to take you back to love. You know the person already, or you about to meet the person. If you know the person already, and let's say you had to leave them, they left and moved somewhere else, or you left and moved somewhere else, the connection is coming back together. That could be the isolation too. It's like right now, all you can do is dream about this person, fantasize this person. That invitation from a bed or a couch. It's like when you go to sleep, you think about this person. Or when you just sitting down, chilling and resting, your mind automatically goes to this person. That's thought across realms. Ooh. It's deep. It's real deep. I would love to. If it's you, I would read you for free. I would read you for free. Comment. Let me know how I can get in contact with you or something. I know I have like, instructions in the description box about like how to get readings and stuff. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Instead of the amounts that I have on there, if you send like $1 or something, $1, $5, $2.22, whatever, to my Cash App and put like your phone number or your email so I can like get in contact with you, I'll do a full reading on you just off the strength of this energy here. Only if it aligns, because if you bullshitting, I'm gonna know immediately. But yeah, that's all I have. Whew. That's beautiful. That's love. I'll see y'all in the next one.